Us, this is Pastor William here, and you're listening to Moments of Inspiration. This morning, we have Yvette and Nelson James with us at the studio. Welcome, Yvette and Nelson.
Hi.
Yeah, Nelson. So, welcome to the program. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you came to know the Lord.
Good morning, listeners. My name is Nelson. I came to know the Lord in 2001 when I attended one of the born-again church in Malta. I can really say before I got born again, I used to go to church, but I didn't really know what it was to have a relationship with the Lord. I didn't really know what it was that to have Jesus living inside your heart. I used to go to church. I used to live my life as I used to live. There was no change. There was no commitment. But when I came to this church, I saw the difference. I mean, how joyful the people were, how the songs, the praise and worship, there was life. There was like a spirit moving in the audience, the congregation. There was life. I mean, I just stood there like, oh, what is happening here? It was very new to me. Something inside me kept telling me, come again, come again, come again. I mean, I didn't feel like coming. There was something keep telling me, come again. And I came, and luckily there were some ministers that came from the United States, and they were ministry, they were guests in the church, and they were ministry to people. And they called out for an altar call if anybody wanted to give their life to the Lord. And reluctantly, I just went because of curiosity. I wanted to see what it really meant. Yeah. And I came out and they prayed for me, and the Holy Spirit just came upon me. And for about more than half an hour, I was on the floor. I mean, something just left me. I mean, I was filled. When I stood up from that floor, there was an amazing spirit. There was an amazing touch that came upon my life. Something different. I mean, I felt different. I felt empty from all the loneliness, all the sorrows, all the sadness that I was feeling. Something just changed inside me. And since then, I mean, my life has turned around. I mean, I just give God praise, and my life just turned afresh. It's like everything became new. So that was how I came to know the Lord. And since then, I've never looked back, and I serve the Lord with all my heart and just keep moving on. Yeah. It's a very nice feeling when you're in that place that it comes to a point that you have nowhere to go, nowhere to look to. But it came to a point that I was on that very verge of giving up. And when I came to that meeting, my life just turned around. And I now have a cause to live, and I now have the cause to glorify God. And it's now different from you going to church than serving the Lord and having the Lord live inside of you.
You got a relationship with the Lord.
Yes, a relationship with the Lord. I can talk to Him, and it's a nice feeling. I mean, it's a big difference.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yvette, what about you? How did you come to know the Lord?
Oh, as my husband has been saying, I was, searching, and I felt so empty inside. And one day, I was driving the car, and I was going for this appointment, and I just said, Lord, you take control, absolute control, for I don't know what I'm doing in my life anymore. You just have your way in me. I mean, I just say, hi, Lord, you just take control, because I really don't know where my life is heading. And through circumstances, from then on, from the moment I called upon Him, He just drew me to this church, which is the same church. And the presence of the Lord was so manifest amongst the people that, I mean, you can't not enjoy the presence of the Lord. I just gave my life there, and I got drawn into the Lord, and now I have a fellowship with the Lord. In fact, I was never committed in anything in my life, and even if I start private lessons for something, I always discontinue. But with the Lord, oh no, He really anchored me, He anchored my soul, and I really found the lover of my soul.
Wonderful. So Nelson, will you say that Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to you then?
Yes, I would say that. Undoubtedly, yes, I would say that.
Okay, so many people listening to us right now are saying maybe they are searching, or maybe they are depressed or in problem or difficulty. So what would you say to them this morning?
Well, I would say the Lord is the best thing that can happen to you. When you allow the Lord to come into your life, when you allow Jesus into your heart, it changes everything. I mean, He said He's the way, the truth, and the life. I mean, He said, no one that comes to me we ever taste. You know, is the bread of life. If you're tasting for joy, if you're tasting for happiness, if you're depressed, you want the Lord to turn things around, you just need to give him all. I mean, he's everything. I mean, when you allow the Lord to come into your life and allow him to be the Lord of your life, he just takes control. And every other thing comes second. He needs to be first. Yeah, that's how I see it in my life. And I believe God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So if he can do it for me, he can do it for anyone out there that has any difficulty in their life. Yes.
So looking back now, will you say that, you know, when you were searching, you know, as a young lady searching, and will you say that, you know, when you found Jesus, it was satisfying to you?
Oh yes, very satisfying. He was the fullness thereof, you know. He can satisfy you more than your husband, more than your mom, more than your dad, more than your children, more than anything. If you put him first and foremost in your life, he will add all things unto you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Yvette and Nelson. It's good to be hearing these testimonies, and then, you know, we'll be right back after this.